plans by President Trump to send the National Guard to Chicago to handle crime, homelessness, and illegal immigration. Brand new reporting is saying that plans for deployment have been in the works for weeks at this point, and the Pentagon is considering options ranging from using the National Guard to active duty troops. City and state leaders call the possibility unlawful. They're calling it unneeded. NewsNation's Hannah Brandt joins me now from the White House with the latest there. Hannah, good morning to you. Leaders in Chicago and across Illinois are attacking this possible new mission.
Yeah, Markie, that's right. This morning, they are not happy about President Trump's potential plans to send troops into their cities. According to the reporting, the National Guard is considering going into Chicago. The Pentagon may be planning to send thousands in an effort to tackle crime. That would be similar to the deployment we're seeing here in Washington, D.C. Now, it's important to mention the Pentagon and the White House have not confirmed any details about this potential Chicago deployment. But President Trump did specifically mention Chicago back on Friday when he was talking about federal enforcement efforts. He called the city a mess and said it will be next. Chicago Mayor Brandt is among those already pushing back.
This is not the role of the military. This is not their role. You know, the brave men and women who signed up to serve our country did not sign up to occupy American cities. This is costly, illegal, and unconstitutional.
Chicago's mayor also saying homicides and shootings in the city are down and that his city does not need troops patrolling its streets.
And Hannah, as I mentioned off the top, now you've got the National Guard troops patrolling D.C., carrying guns now. What can you tell us about how the effort there is going and that new development?
Yeah, Markie, this is a switch. Military officials say those troops began carrying guns Sunday at the direction of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. We're told they'll only use the weapons as a last resort in response to imminent threats of death or serious harm. Now, the White House says that this deployment overall is having a positive impact here in Washington, D.C. They shared these numbers with NewsNation. You can see a total of 910 arrests have been made in the 2 weeks since this federal effort began. The official tells us 46 of those arrests were illegal immigrants and 5 were alleged gang members. Meanwhile, President Trump is also threatening to send troops over to Baltimore, trading attacks with Maryland Governor Wes Moore this weekend. You can see on your screen there, he's writing, "I will send in the troops. Stop talking and get to work, Wes." Now, Governor Moore shooting right back, taunting the president in response, calling him President Bone Spurs and saying he's spouting off lies about the progress that he says Maryland is making on public safety. Now, the presence of troops here in D.C. has not been entirely popular. It has drawn some protests, and a recent survey from the Washington Post finds 69% of D.C. residents strongly oppose that federal control of the local police department, Markie.
Yeah, we'll see how and where this heads next. And Hannah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.